Welcome back to my channel. Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hello, my chums. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, and all your positive feedback. If you're new here, welcome to Lily Katule. Here we keep it real and have positive vibes. We share content on beauty, motherhood, and motivation. So if this is your kind of content, kindly hit the subscription button, hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload new content, you can be notified. Today's video, something good is coming. If you are a makeup lover, then this is your video. Today we are going to learn how to do a simple eyeshadow look. This is a look that you can wear when you're going to the office. It's a look that you can wear going out for brunch, going out for a date, going even out for a party. So it's something very simple, but it's kind of like a multi-purpose eyeshadow look. Something else that you should be careful about is makeup artists are all different. They all have different skills. It's just like those people who draw. Are they called artists? Drawers? What do we call them? Okay, goodness. Each artist is different, and that's the same thing with makeup artists. We have nude looks kind of makeup artists. We have really creative looks kind of makeup artists. We have like those special effect kind of makeup artists, film makeup artists, and simple looks like I am kind of a makeup artist. Before I start the eyeshadow look, this eye, I had done concealer and set it with a powder. The reason why I did that is, number one, the eyeshadow is going to pop. The eyeshadow color that I'm going to apply, it's going to pop. Simply because it is not applied directly onto my skin, but it is applied onto another product. Meaning, my skin tone is different from if I apply a product on top. So if the color is red, my skin tone will make the red change. But if I apply something on top of my skin, then I apply the product on top of another product, then the red will be exactly the kind of red that I want. So it makes the eyeshadow pop, the color to pop. The other thing why we apply concealer or an eye primer, so you can either do an eye primer or a concealer before you start doing your eyeshadow looks. So the other second reason, it's because it's going to make the product to stay in place. So you have a concealer. Let me just do it practically. So you take your concealer, then you apply it. You don't need to apply a lot. Also, just as you've done you've drawn your eyebrows, you can always just take the concealer which has remained down there. So you can either mix or blend that in using damp beauty blender, or you can do it using a brush. I'm going to be using a brush, and I'm just going to be dabbing it in. All right, so you just dab it in. See how it looks? It even changes the color of the eye, how it looks. And then when all the product has been absorbed into the skin, you take your color of your powder, face powder, and just put it on top. This is setting the cream in the concealer, because concealer comes in cream or liquid kind of consistency. If you just leave it like that, then it will move around, and what you want to do is to hold the product in place. You can put as much powder as possible, the more the better, but of course I'm not saying you waste. It's a small area, so just enough. All right, you can see the difference, so you can just set this again. can see. So that is already a good base for us to start our eyeshadow. Now that we have set our eyes, what we are going to do is we have an area in the eye called the crease, and the crease is where, if you put our brush, it's where your, what do you call this, like it sinks inside, and that is the area where we get the crease. Some are visible, some are not visible, so you have to find a way how you're going to be able to identify what kind of an eye you have and how you can apply multiple you can apply shadows to different types of eye, and that is something I can do in another video. But for now, this is the crease area. So that area, we need to apply a color of the shadow that is very close to our skin tone. Remember, we are going for a look that is multi-purpose. We can go to it to work, we can go with it to work, we can also go with it to a party, we can go with it to a corporate dinner, anywhere. So the crease color that we're going to apply here needs to be very close to our skin tone. The color that I'm going to go with on this palette is this color. Okay, all right, this color. So I'm going to use this color, right? And yeah. So this is the area I'm calling the crease, of course, when you're close. So it's just beneath the area where you applied concealer when drawing your eyebrows. If you've not watched my how to draw and shape your eyebrows, then you need to go. I will link it, I will put it around here, the video, and then you go and check. Then you'll be able to understand what I'm saying when I say just beneath the concealer. So you just try and blend. Depending on what you want, you can add, or you can just let the look be as it is. So and remember, always in makeup, less is always more, and it's easier to add on products than to remove products. So you better use a little and add, rather than a lot. You can't really take it off unless you take the whole makeup off. So as you can see, I'm using this kind of brush. It's called a blending brush, and the motions are circular motions. And remember, in the eye, out of the eye. So no hanging, you can't leave it hanging. You reach here and you reach here. It has to get inside the eye and it has to go out of the eye. And in eyeshadow, blending is everything. Blending is everything. Okay, so I really like how it looks, or maybe let me just add a little bit, just a little bit. So this is already a look of a shadow that you can do. You can just do your eyeliner, add on your lashes, and you're good to go. But in this look, you're going to do just a full eyeshadow. So after we're done with that, now we go to where we call the lid area. And the lid area, we need a brush flat as this. We call it an eyeshadow brush. It's flat. It comes in different styles. It can come like this, as long as it's flat. It comes like that. And I have one more sample. Yeah, like this, as long as it's flat and it's a bit small to fit the eye area. So what I normally do, I normally spray with a setting spray or water to avoid the eyeshadow from falling too much, like fallouts. All right, so I will be spraying. I'll be using this setting spray, and then just a little bit. Doesn't have to be extra wet. Then now we go to the lid. I'm going to be using this color. All right, this color. And what you want to do here, you pick as much product as possible And then the placing, we just don't do it randomly. The placing, you have to form something like a half moon. You start inside the eye, then you go a little higher when it comes to the middle, right? And then you go down. So you want to start just, and you can see I'm not just moving around the brush, I'm actually trying to form a shape, okay? So you make sure and then here at the end, and you also remember near the lash line, because most of us forget here near the lash line, and extend it outwards, because this area you'll even come and clean it using a foundation. So don't worry if it goes outside so much, you'll clean it up. You can still go to the other side and first do that. So as I have said, you start very slowly and inwards, and then as you go higher, you go up. The area that you're covering with the shadow in the middle is a bit higher as compared to inside the eye and outside the eye. Then as you finish, you get lower. Remember the lash line. So you'll be making this shape, make it very neat. As you're adding products, you can decide to use little products or more than what I've used already, just to your liking. All right. Always remember to lift your head and close your eyes so that the area is visible enough. Yeah, then when you're done, you can always open and just conclude the eyes. I really like how this color looks. All right, so that is how you do the lid area. And one more thing that you can add, because this color just looks, this is a color you can do and do the liner, but I find it's just very plain, considering the color on the crease is a bit subtle, is a bit nude. So what you're going to do is just add a little black on the sides to give it a little bit of smoky kind of look. Remember, smoky looks are preferred at night, but you can just make sure the colors that you put, this is a black shade of eyeshadow, and I'm putting it on the side coming in. You can see how I've tilted my brush. It's on the side coming in. And then always, black is a very intense color, so the little you put, the better, so that you can be able to top up. This is another blending brush that I normally blend with black colors. So I'm going to be just circling around that area. I'm just going a quarter in the eye, a quarter inwards, and just sticking there. As I'm doing that, let me also do the other side. Just blending a quarter inside, not moving at all, because you're trying just to make the outer parts dark, not the whole eye area. So I feel like it's a bit, I can add just a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little. All right. And then we keep blending that until it looks nice and neat and blended and everything looks cute. Yeah. All right, so just to bring everything together, the brush that I was applying on the crease, I just take it and just again, just there, just try and break that line. And just make everything smooth. Looks nice. I've just lined my eyes, like the upper eye and the lower side of the eye. And what most people forget again is to put shadow on just the lower lid. It's okay to go like this, but the eye looks a bit plain according to me. So what we normally do is we put just the same color that you put here underneath, or you can find a shade that complements whatever look you've done and put it on the lower side. You also need a small brush, so a flat small brush like this one, and then pick a shade. I'm going to pick like a brownish, let me just show you this color. I'll go with this color. So what you're going to do is just there. It's not inside the eye, and that's why I'm not crying. All right, so it's just under that part which looks a bit swollen under the eye. It's like the lower lid. That is the color I'm going to put. I go to the other eye. You can decide to put whatever shades of color that you want, as long as it blends very well with the look that you've done. So I want it a bit shouting, so I'll add a little bit of more product. I hope you can see the difference. The eye is not looking plain anymore. I find it gives the eye, it really defines the eye and gives it a very good look. When you're done, you can pick just a flat brush and pick these colors. I don't know how we call these colors, but they're a bit shiny and almost white, and you can always tap off the excess. And then here, just the beginning of the eye, you put it. It helps brighten your eye, makes you look more awake. Yeah, and you're done. So all you need to do is just clean up, which is what I'm going to do. Just clean up. I'm going to put on some foundation just to give you the overall look, how a clean up face would look after doing your shadow. Yeah, so I did my foundation and put on a simple lip gloss. This is a look that you can either upgrade or downgrade. By upgrading, you can do like a red lipstick, a brighter pink than this, and you can go for your girls date, you can go for your dinner date, you can go for a party, or you can do this subtle pink or a nude look and you can attend the office or go to a corporate dinner. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping you're going to try out this look, and then you can send me all your photos and all your comments and what you've tried. Send me your tips, your tricks, what you do during eyeshadow application, what works for you, what wasn't working for you, and I hope to really hear from you. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, remember to subscribe, remember to comment, remember to like and share as much as possible. Until next time, thank you guys. Bye.